Hey guys, the average moviegoer here today. I've been meaning to do this video for a while. Better Call Saul season 5 just finished 2 days ago, and it was fantastic. I love Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad is my favorite TV show. It's a masterpiece and practically flawless. I think Vince Gilligan is a fantastic writer. Something Vince Gilligan released in October that's in the same universe as Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul that I did not think was fantastic. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was fantastic. So I'm going to be doing an El Camino review today, and I'm going to explain why I personally think it's overrated, but I do still like it. So, I remember about a month before the trailer dropped, I had just finished Breaking Bad, and I just absolutely loved it. Then I started watching Better Call Saul, and I think I finished the first 4 seasons of Better Call Saul around the I was halfway through like season 4 when the first trailer for El Camino dropped with Skinny Pete talking to the cops, and I remember thinking, I was like, because I didn't really know about season 5 coming out of Better Call Saul. I didn't know. I thought maybe season 4 would be the last one. Well, obviously we got season 5, but after watching season 4, I knew we'd get more. But when El Camino was coming out and the hype was massive, I felt like it felt good because I actually got to be part of the hype of something that's Breaking Bad. Because this was before the trailers for Better Call Saul came out. So initially my hype was really high for this movie. So I finished Breaking Bad, and El Camino comes out, and my first reaction, I remember just watching it when it came out, no reviews or anything. I watched it, and I thought, yeah, it was pretty good, like satisfying conclusion to Jesse Pinkman. Like, it's a good send off. But I looked at the reviews, and it's got like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Most critics are giving it like 9s and 10s, and I'm like, huh? Like, what movie did you watch? So like, I'm gonna explain. Now, and to be honest, this movie isn't really that flawed. It just has one major flaw that I personally did not like, and that was, so I'm going to talk about what I like now. Aaron Paul is fantastic. The cast is fantastic, and it's very well shot. And it's just good to see some of these old characters. And it was good to see Robert Forster again, because he died. I'm pretty sure he died the day it came out. And he was in Better Call Saul. But it was just as I was watching the movie, I remember watching the first 20 minutes. I was really engaged. Because like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are not particularly fast paced, but the seasons, they keep building up to something. So it's like very, so like think of it as like a bar chart or something where it's like going really slow. Then it starts to go faster and faster and faster and faster. That's kind of like how Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul's paced, because in the last episodes you feel urgency, you feel tension. Like the last few episodes, like the last half of season 5, Breaking Bad moves at a very quick pace. So is season 4 and season 3. Um, but yeah, and Better Call Saul moves relatively fast as well. But with El Camino, it starts off pretty good, and there's some fantastic scenes of just like, it really makes you feel tension. Like it's great seeing Jesse interact with Pete and Badger, and that scene where he's driving off in the car and he just stops and all the cops are driving by. Like, that bit was intense. Then like I say, it went on. It was really good. Then we get a flashback, and this this is why I think El Camino's overrated. The flashbacks. Now, even though I enjoyed seeing Todd again, like Jesse Plemons was great. And I don't want to talk like, I'm certainly in no right to criticize someone's weight, but like I feel really bad for Jesse Plemons, because when this movie came out, people were talking about, so the movie was amazing, but Jesse Plemons put on so much weight. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he hasn't. I can understand why that took you out, but I really felt bad for Jesse Plemons. But basically, like, I feel like the movie would speed up or begin to speed up to something because like it's a slow film. So it would begin to speed up. It was beginning to get good. Then a flashback would happen, a really long flashback, and I would just put the movie on hold. Then it's just like, okay, okay. Then the movie's starting again. Okay, it gets good again. This is very good. Very strong. And then we get that scene where Jesse goes to the house again, very intense. And then wait, so I'm saying it's intense. And then we meet those two guys in the house, and there's some creative shots where it shows like overhead shot of Jesse trying to find the money to get out and pay Robert Forster. But like then we get another really long flashback, and we just there's so many flashbacks in the film. Some of them were relative, some of them I really don't think were relative, and for me they just put the movie on hold, and that is why I think the movie is a bit overrated, because compare it to something like there's one comment I saw about the film. There's some guy who didn't really like it. He said that at the very end of the film, he felt like it was just beginning because the movie is really slow. Whenever it's about to get great, it just gets put on hold. And if you compare this to something like Quentin Quentin Tarantino's films, um, obviously Quentin Tarantino's films are really slow, but they build up to something excellent, and you get a very satisfying payoff. But El Camino just felt like all that slow build, and it felt like it was building up to something good. But then in the end, it just didn't, if I'm being honest. But like, as a Breaking Bad fan, I did enjoy this film as a fan of Breaking Bad. Um, uh, and when it wasn't doing constant flashbacks, it was intense. Like another great moment is that duel scene at the end. It's like a western. Like that's a great scene. Like there are so many great moments and great scenes, but like it's just the flashbacks. Like I say, some of them are relevant. Some of them I just didn't think were very relevant, and they would just slow the film down. And to be honest, the movie um it felt like it didn't really feel like a movie. It felt like a couple of episodes. As I'm talking pace wise, like that's the way it was paced. It felt like it could have been just a couple more episodes, and like they could have released it one week, then the next week, sort of thing, and not a movie. But like I say, overall I liked it. It's just that was just my problem with it. Like overall, I'm gonna give the movie a 7. But another thing is like when I watch reviews, and there's a guy who I watch called Sean Chandler, and his review is exactly what I think of the movie. And another guy who I watch, Cody Leach. Now, if you love this film, I respect that. But a guy who I watch, Cody Leach, who I respect again, he's a great critic. He's really good at what he does, and I have a lot of respect for him. But this Cody Leach guy, when he started talking about the flaws of the movie, his only flaw was, oh, this is a Netflix film. I feel like somebody might find it, and then basically they won't watch Breaking Bad, so they won't understand. And I'm like, sorry, that's your only flaw with the movie. What type of flaw is that? Like, I really like you, Cody Leach, if you're watching, but I mean, I doubt he's watching. Like, I still really like him, but like, I just didn't think it was a very good critique. If you watch Sean Chandler, me and him, kind of have the same sort of thoughts on this movie. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time on The Average Movie Goer. Please don't be too mean. I mean, the comments will probably get disabled again, but thank you guys for watching. See you next time.